We are going to continue our escapade about learning about insects. Last time we watched thousands of ants go through obstacles, and this time we are watching 1,000 ants versus deadly prey. This is by BioLife. Welcome back to Stanley Live. Let's get into it. Let's go.
In this box are over 1,000 ants, and in this video we're going to not only make them a new nest, but this nest will also have an ant elevator. They will also be put to the test to take on live boss fights to secure their new home.
I'd be feeling so bad for the roaches that be putting in these, or like insects, because you're put in there with all odds against you, and even if you were to make it out, gang, you're cooked still. You get me?
1,000 ants take down prey.
Like, genuinely, I've never felt so stressed in my life.
If you throw it in Discord, Ejo,
send me over everything I could possibly need to take care of 1,000 ants. They sent me out some dubia roaches and some red runner bugs. And yes, these bugs will be the ants challenge.
They don't even know, they don't know what's happening yet, bruh.
Later in the video. There's also loads of different parts to build their nest and outworld, and we also, of course, got the ant elevator
I'm not trying to build
which
that.
is insanely cool. And last but not least, the vials of thousands of ants waiting to get out into their new home. Not only that, but there's loads of tiny little ant eggs waiting and will be hatching soon. There's also different types of ants as well within this colony, which is super cool, like these soldier ants. They will carry much bigger items and prey to help out the smaller workers. They're also known to have a pretty nasty bite with those massive mandibles. Let's make the ants a new outworld. First, I need to look up how to build it with these instructions, and if you know how any man works, we don't need them. Also, enjoy this satisfying
Bro,
play.
I don't condone this, bro. I don't condone this. This is bad PR as a man myself. Look at the instructions, bro. It's okay. It's okay to look at instructions, build things right, correctly the first time. Don't worry about it thoroughly and stuff like that, bro. I don't condone that behavior. Nice.
I skipped the building process as I didn't want to bore you, but we finally have a new outworld. This is where the ants will have their battles later on in the video and collect food and
He got the ants so that they could scrap. I don't want to live that life.
water. Now to decorate it, I just filled it with some sand, but not too much as I didn't want them to think this is their nest and start digging. I then added some rocks to create enrichment, and I also added this wood to complete the look, and with that, the outworld was pretty much complete. But I forgot to do one crucial thing before moving on to adding
a
ants.
pipe.
You'll see later when I add them, but let's just say we had a few ants having a Braveheart moment and I felt a few bites. I then add the main nest to the outworld. This is where the queen will live alongside the workers and soldiers. Now remember, we will be adding another nest on top of this nest with an elevator. After that, it was time for the final sauce. It was time to inject the secret serum into the ant queen. I'm kidding.
What? You're putting what inside there? What? Nah, bro. What is he doing? He getting freaky with the ants on cam, bro. What are we doing, man? He getting nasty with the ants, bro. Nah,
It's literally
man.
just water that I'll use on the
Check
sponge
on this dude,
inside the nest to create more humidity. But there are some crazy ants out there that I can buy, so if you want to see some alien ants, give this video a like so it'll let me know. And well, here goes nothing.
Yo, he
It
gotta
was
stay far away from me.
time to add the ants into their new nest. Look how many ants there
That
are
is
crawling
so
around waiting to
crazy.
get out. I opened up each container one by one, and they all started to flood out like tiny little zombies. This was crazy to see.
Yeah, I feel like something's crawling on me.
You can also see the soldier ants starting to explore the new place too. These ants are crazy big compared to the workers.
The soldier ants don't
And-
even look like they count as ants. Like, the soldier ants' existence entirely has to be crazy amongst the colony, bro.
As the others
They're literally the walking equivalent of Broly.
were exploring, one small worker checked out the nest to make sure it was safe and reported back his findings to the colony. But this is where the mistake I was talking about earlier on was about to happen. Yeah, you see that? That's loads of ants on the outside of the outworld.
Now see, I have a pretty big problem. I completely forgot that I had to use this, which if we zoom in on it, it basically is escape prevention solution. So you know how all those ants escaped? And if we look around here, I forgot to put the solution on top before putting the lid on. Yeah. What do I do?
I would be so scared I'd throw the whole project away. Like, no. Like, I would be so scared I would have to throw the whole project away. Because now I'm thinking all the ants are gonna get out inside of my crib. Yeah, it's time to take you to the beach. You got it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not the beach. Beach is crazy. Park is still crazy. Where would you release ants at? That's like a vibe. Like, I feel like anywhere you release 1,000 ants at, you're messed up for that. You can't release that. There's nowhere you can release ants that is okay. That just doesn't exist.
I did it off camera because it was actually stressing me out. Like,
your ex's crib. I'ma pray for her, bro. She dodged a bullet getting away from you, Ty. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Genuinely, I've never felt so stressed in my life. I'm an idiot. I completely forgot to do that, so it's my own fault. But you can see I've got a layer of it now around the top, so now I can just take the lid off like so, and we can look in. And yeah, they can't really climb. They can sort of climb at certain parts, like over there. But you know, if one or two get out, it's not a huge deal. It's just that, you know, this now I can actually feed them and record them properly. I mean, just look at the size of that ant right there. It's crazy. It looks so cool.
So with me finally getting everything sorted, I gave the ants the rest of the night to fully chill before I give them their first challenge in the morning. And on the next day, the ants were still out and about gathering supplies, but hadn't moved into their new nest yet. So I thought it would be a good time to give them the first of many challenges. Their first challenge will be these flightless fruit flies. These are small but very fast and will be a good starter challenge for the ants. After dropping a few flies into the tank, the workers instantly started to attack the flies. Every single ant was on high alert trying to figure out what was going on.
This is gruesome. This feels like wrong.
And one by one, the ants started to...
Even though it is what is, you know, actually happening inside of their animal kingdom. Is it animal kingdom or insect kingdom? Animal.
Swarm them and slowly take pieces out of the flies. Some of the soldier ants even got involved, and when these ants get into the action, you know it's over for the flies due to the size of the
Imagine being a fly on the wall and then a soldier ant approach you, bro.
On these ants. Then, once the flies have been defeated, they then carry them away to be stored as fuel for the colony. This was an easy challenge for the ants, but trust me, the next two challenges they have are a lot more difficult. Now, after feeding the ants, I noticed something crazy. I, for some reason at the time, thought that this was the queen. I was wrong. And here's why. The queen somehow got to the nest without me seeing. And look at the size of her. I think the reason why I couldn't see her before is because if you see now, she's completely covered by ants.
Wait, is the queen supposed to be covered in ants like that? Is that even protection at that point? It looks like suffocation. Or do ants breathe through their skin? Is that hornets? What's happening?
So it just looked like a pile of ants, but under them is a giant queen, and she was escaping into the nest for safety from the attack that just happened. You can see as she moves further into the nest to explore it, all the ants cover her to protect her from any threats that might be in a nest. They basically make a shield. I then come back the next day to check up on the nest, and the ants were still covering the queen, keeping her safe. They even started to move
for a full 24-hour span. I ain't gonna lie, y'all kind of glazing a little bit. I guess she moms and all that, but yo, come on, like let up just a little bit.
The eggs into the nest too. And after a few more days of the ants settling into their home, I decided to move the ant tubes out of the tank to give them more space for the next challenge. This challenge was a lot bigger, a lot faster, and honestly, I'm not even sure if they can take them down. I'm gonna give them a red runner, which is basically a small cockroach. After placing it into the tank, it started to run around like crazy and figure out its situation it was in. Now, if the ants wanted to take this bug down, they'd have to do it together, as these ants are extremely small compared to the roach. After a while of running around and the ants not really knowing what to do, the roach made a massive mistake. You can see he started to look around this hole. Unknown to the roach, this hole leads directly to the
grits
ant nest.
It's grits.
Before I could even set up my phone to record.
Oh my gosh, imagine being him and realizing you just walked into that much enemy territory.
The roach launched an attack straight into the nest, and instantly he was thrown onto his back and swarmed.
And here's the thing too. The roach dead has no defense capabilities. Like, it's just kicking. But a kick is not going to defeat a roach. Like, the roach has no access to any type of defense. It's literally just flailing.
In seconds. It was insane to see how quickly the ants responded to an attack on their nest and how quickly they flooded the roach.
We're going to get flipped over. It's real. It's like a real fight. Leader.
And it wasn't just the workers and soldiers that wanted to take a shot at the intruder. The queen also came over to inspect what was going on and actually started to attack it as well.
The queen was on him. The queen is on. Yo.
And then, after about 5 minutes, the swarm was complete and the roach was pretty much dead.
5 minutes.
Outside in the outworld,
They packed me up in 5 minutes.
things were pretty much dead too. All of the action was all over the roach, and there was hardly any ants out exploring, so I thought this would be a good time to give them the ant elevator. Now this was a lot easier said than done, as to connect the elevator, that means I had to disconnect the nest. And in this nest, there's thousands of ants that will storm out once I disconnect it. But I had a plan, and the plan was to stuff the end of connectors with tissue paper as quickly as I could. And as you can see, I had a few ants escape. Now, with all the ants secure in the nest, I then had to connect the towers that
He definitely killed a couple ants in the making of this video. There's no way. There's no way.
The second nest up in the air. When screwing the towers into place, I had to be careful not to knock the
like where all those ants that were just on the edge went. It's like, I know, there's just no way. There's just no way.
Or bang the nest and annoy them more than I already am. I then connected the second nest to all the pillars and we finally had it set up. But we were missing a crucial part, the elevator to get them from the first nest to the second nest. And after connecting it off camera, I finally had it complete. But I wasn't going to let them get this second nest easy. Guarding this nest will be an armored bug, an isopod. These bugs are pretty difficult to take down, and honestly, they might not even be able to do it. But if they want that second nest, they're gonna have to. After placing the isopod in, he instantly stood at the stairs like a bodyguard. And then, as per usual with my videos, just before I could record it, the isopod went flying down the elevator and straight into the outside of the nest. We know what happens if these bugs go into an ant nest. It's pretty much an instant death penalty waiting to happen. He ran back up the elevator, and while in the elevator, you can see some ants were starting to climb all over the bug. Then, out of nowhere, the isopod escaped out of the nest into the open world, with ants literally riding on his back trying to take it down.
He's being eaten alive right now, man.
This was like something out of a movie. It was insane to see.
What do you even do as an isopod? Like rub your back off or something?
After about 5 minutes of the ants struggling to take down the isopod, one of the soldiers came out to see what was going on. And out of nowhere, the soldier ant also got on top of the bug and tried his best.
Oh wow, the soldier ant looks smaller than I thought in comparison to the isopod actually.
To get through the thick armor of the isopod, which even a soldier ant was struggling to do.
I'm rooting for the isopod, but I know it's cooked. He's like, oh, it's GG's. He fighting
About
though.
10 minutes later, the isopod went into the connector between the ant nest. I couldn't see it and I couldn't get a shot of it, but as you can see, all of the ants from the nest went onto red alert.
Oh. Oh my. When I seen all of these right here start running towards him, oh man, nah, it's grits.
Started to rush over to the connector to help out. And the next day, I seen what was left of the isopod, just its shell of an armor and nothing else. The ants somehow managed to defeat it. And with that, we had now given the ants...
We didn't even see him catch the body. Nobody got it on tape, no film.
All their challenges and a brand new home. Should I continue updating you guys with future videos on how this colony is doing? Let me know, and if you enjoyed, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Dang, if you guys want to see more videos, make sure you watch this video right here. It's even more entertaining than this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. With that being said, goodbye, peace.